So, boom. Now I realized that me and this nigga done had a whole little spiritual battle, a whole little spiritual war. That was like my first little spiritual battle I was in. Whatever he was over there conjuring to try to fuck me up, it just wasn't working, you know what I'm saying? So, the very next rising, right when the sun come up, I ended up going outside. And I don't know if he was already out there or he came after me. But he come in, he give me this knife, right? He handed me this knife. And he was like, big money, I'm on your side, not big money. And I'm like, okay, bet. Make sure you stay with me then. So, you know, but I could still sense that he was playing both sides with these Freemasons and shit, right? So, man, one night, spirit woke me up out of my sleep. I had been conjuring all night. This time I had got real good at conjuring spirits. Like I had got real good at communicating with the dead. And you know, getting a lot of information and game and knowledge. It kept me like 10 steps ahead of my competition and all my enemies. You know what I'm saying? These spirits really did that for me. So one night, spirit woke me up and they say, this nigga got you in a jar somewhere. And not only him, all them Freemasons, you know, got you in jars and got you in cow tongues and all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Voodoo doll, got voodoo dolls on me. And they be torturing me. I even feel my stomach hurting and shit all the time. Around the time, my stomach just started hurting. Just like, I don't know why, it just started hurting. You know what I'm saying? And it used to be very, very sharp pains. So, yeah, so Spirit woke me up. And they told me, you know, this nigga, he got you in a jar somewhere. So he was a painter too. You know what I'm saying? He do little odd jobs and shit around the town. And so I go outside. And it's probably like 3 in the motherfucking ride, 3, 4 in the motherfucking ride. It's still dark out. And I could just get to kicking over all his shit that he got, on the porch, man. All his little paint materials and shit. And some told me to reach down into this little bucket that he had in there. That was the bottom of his shit. When I reached down into the bucket, I pulled out this little tiny jar. You know, about this size like this, you know what I'm saying? Opened up the jar. The jar had blue paint in it. I don't understand why it had blue paint in it. But when I looked in the jar and pulled out something and wiped the paint off, it was a picture of me. And it had all type of little marks on my face and shit, like devilish shit. And I'm like, this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? So, I ain't say nothing about it. I said, okay, I know this nigga here been working with their ass, you know what I'm saying? It just so happened, I don't know, one day, I don't know what happened, I just went on here and let him know, I know you playing both sides. That same knife he gave me, I ended up putting that bitch to his motherfucking throat. And I was like, bitch, you gonna have to choose on what side you really on. I'm gonna kill your motherfucking ass today. And after that, he pretty much just became my slave and shit, you know what I'm saying? He started working with me. And later on, he would be very instrumental in the making of my company because he was one of the first people that I was actually help heal with my formulas and stuff. He's come in and get smoothies and teas and pills and shit all the time. And he was an old fragile ass crackhead ass, and he was old pimp and shit, so he had a bunch of salt. He just crazy motherfucker. He was on that dope bad. And he ended up shaking back, you know what I'm saying, eventually fucking with me and my medicine and shit. And then once that started happening, he really started to fight for me. I used to feel my face burning, like, all the time. Sometimes, man, my face would just get to burning uncontrollably, like they was literally taking a fire to a doll or a picture of me or whatever and just burning that motherfucker up. I used to just feel my face burning and shit, man.